Greetings and welcome in. I hope. I Joel is laughing because as we're getting the countdown, it comes up. You have deleted your camera from the stream. I can see myself. I can hear myself. So I'm gonna hope this is working and it's not just silence. Joel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
He could have really screwed me there. Be like, are we starting? Like, okay. Anyways, we are. I'm flying Ryan Ryan Chris along with
We're professionals.
professionals. We do go work sometimes. Flying Ryan Gokers along with, as
Uh,
always.
Tampa Motor Mount overall.
And we're here to do our 10-team mock draft. Again, we're doing our 10-team Sports Shuffle Fans League draft just over 24 hours right now. It is August 24th at 7:56 p.m. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., August 25th. That is going to be draft time. So with this one, we did random slots. We tried to do opposite ends of where we're going to be tomorrow night, because tomorrow night we're going to do Joel at 3 and I'm at 7. So for this one, I'm drafting from the number 2 slot, and Joel is drafting from the number 9 slot. So there's 3 options, dude. We also did something between episodes to help out another league, but they forgot one of 3 options. So anyways, we are going to jump right into this mock draft and get going. I'm not excited about being number 2. I got to be honest. When I've done these mock drafts, being early hasn't always worked out. So, hitting the start draft button, I think. Yes, there we go.
Don't remove
Jonathan.
Don't remove any cameras.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, 101. Not a surprise. This is the nightmare scenario for me. It's being at number 2 and having to decide: do you take the risk on Christian McCaffrey with the monster upside, or do you reach for something a little bit different? I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey because, frankly, if he stays healthy, he's just worth it. I don't sound excited because I don't expect him to be healthy. Eckler, Henry, Kupp, Harris, Jefferson, Chase. To Joel at pick number 9 very quickly. Dalvin Cook, Mixon, Diggs are on the turn for team 10. And then DeAndre Swift. That's where I kind of thought he would go. Adams, Kelsey, Chubb, Kamara, Lamb, Barkley, and then comes back to me here with some decent options. Yeah, I think here's a good time to go with Debo. Debo Samuel is going to be my pick. Team 1, 3 running backs: Taylor, Fournette, Williams. I know if I don't take another running back here, I'm probably not going to like my options afterwards. So I'm going to take Aaron Jones. I haven't gotten a lot of Aaron Jones here, but still has some juice left in him. So I start McCaffrey, Samuel, Jones. Joel starts Cook, Swift, A.J. Brown, and then back to Joel. These go pretty quick, so this one will be over before you know it. 1 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, tight end, full regular flex, kicker, defense, and several on the bench. Deontay Johnson for Joel. Mahomes and Herbert, Waller and Andrews go between there with Pittman and Akers. Coming back to me, this is the problem with this pick. There's a lot of guys I like to go right before it, and there's nothing here unless you really, really reach. I'm not going to do it. I can't take Kittle because I don't like this spot. So anybody out there who's watching who has a draft with me that we have to pick slots, if you want to screw me up, put me in like spot 2 or 3. I'm telling you right now, I do not like it. So, let's go with upside. We're going to go with Travis Etienne, hope for the best. And now I still don't like my options, but I'm going to go down to one of those guys. I said I'm going to take him if I get the opportunity. I got to go Courtland Sutton at the wide receiver spot. I don't hate the start, but I don't love it.
Oh, good.
Joel. Joel really loves his options. This is, to me, this 5th round, there's value, but there's a lot of risk. I do know who I would take right now if I was in Joel's shoes, but I'm not. So we're going to see what he's going to do. DJ Moore, Lamar Jackson, DK Metcalf, Mike Williams, J.K. Dobbins, Joe Burrow, Elijah Mitchell, and Dalton
I may be
Schultz,
going a
top 8.
bit of a reach here, but considering my choices,
Amari Cooper, someone I'm real low on. Not what I would have done there, but it's back to Joel. Takes Hollywood Brown, Marquise Hollywood Brown off the board there. Wow. Oh, so this is that interesting thing. I remember saying on our last podcast, if Kyler Murray falls to you in the right spot, you might want to take him. I know I can get one of the players I'm looking at in the next round. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take the semi-early quarterback in Kyler Murray. Jalen Hurts does go. Let's see. I like Schultz. I like Hawkinson. But I think I like some of these guys a little bit better. I'm more bullish on Adam Thielen than most. So I'm going to take Adam Thielen as my wide receiver 3. Get a little bit of balance on the lineup. Joel, Cook, Swift, A.J. Brown, Deontay Johnson, Amari Cooper, Hollywood Brown. 2 running backs to start and then all wide receivers. Where does he go with round number 7? Some of the options on board. Edwards-Helaire. He goes with Amon-Ra. He goes wide receiver number 5 in a row. Edwards-Helaire and Harris at the turn. Going back to Joel. And he does take Miles Sanders. I like the pick. Kind of surprised he didn't go running back at those just to balance things out. So back to where I'm at. Let's see. Got a running back, three running backs, 3 wide receivers, and a quarterback. So let's take. Man, again, I don't like this slot. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take Dawson Knox. I like the offense too much to pass him up. And then unfortunately, I feel like I got to go and reach for Chase Edmonds here a little bit. I don't like the running back options between them, and I wanted a running back 4 there. So going back to Joel, we'll go over some of these teams at the end here as well. So if you can't see the screen and follow along, we'll go back over some of these teams here at the end. Joel does take Aaron Rodgers there. More Woods on the turn. And back to Joel, still needs a tight end. Obviously, kicker and defense still needed. Working on the benches and tight end for Joel right now. And he goes Goddard. I don't blame him. And he also has disappeared. When he joins, we'll get him back in. I don't know where he went off to, but he'll be back. So back to me. Let's go. Oh boy. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Trey Lance. I don't like the double quarterback scheme, but Kyler Murray and Trey Lance both with some injury risk as running quarterbacks, and then we'll go and get Dameon Pierce. I said I want him as much as I can get him. I'm going to live by that word, at least in the mock drafts. Joel is about to return. 3, 2, 1, and he returns on the clock. So, Joel, let's get some. There we go. Joel goes tight end, Kmet after the Goddard pick. He's back on the clock. Couple rookies going on the turn with James Cook and Garrett Wilson. And Michael Carter, we just talked about, at least according to Buzz reporters, beat reporters, still the running back 1 on that roster.
So needed some more running back depth there.
Yeah, a little bit. So, for me, I like where I'm at right now. Another one I've been taking a lot is Julio Jones, just because, well, he's there. For me, at this point, this is where I start looking kicker and I start looking defense. I like to go kicker before defense. I know I still have one more pick, but a lot of teams are going to be picking kicker. I feel like if I take it now, I get a slight advantage. I want to explain the logic there because some people will be like, you're taking a kicker before you finish your roster. That's my logic. I can go get Justin Tucker now. A lot of the next teams are going to be picking guys that I'm not going to take anyways. And then when it comes back to me, I'll still have that option of defense, or I'll have that option to go and get the best available player for my roster. Plus, I really need a wide receiver, and I'm pretty thin. So, Joel, thinking with 2 picks to go, he does need a receiver, a kicker, and a defense. Takes the Ravens defense here. Oh, this is going to fall too nicely. I have my option between two guys I really like, George Pickens and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I'm going to go with Scantling just because I think there's a better upside chance of him being the wide receiver of choice there. And then we'll finish off with the Colts defense because they have a very easy opening schedule. Joel, second to last pick in this draft goes Nick Folk. Irv Smith is the final one. So let's start with one Joel Verlin, the Motor Mouse team. Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift, first two picks, then a run of 5 wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Deontay Johnson, Amari Cooper, Hollywood Brown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So a Brown, Johnson, Cooper, Brown.
What can Brown do for me?
That's what your team name would have to be here. Then Miles Sanders, Aaron Rodgers, Dallas Goedert, Cole Kmet, Michael Carter, Nyheim Hines, Ravens defense, and Nick Folk. So I got to ask the question, why 5 receivers in a row?
I don't know. I was just already getting into a wide receiver, and then all of a sudden realizing, oh crap, I need running backs, don't I?
Yeah, I don't hate how you finish it off with Sanders, Carter, and Hines. Hines, again, massive upside, might get some passing game work to begin with. So then we'll look at my team from the damn pick number 2. I don't love it. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Aaron Jones, Taylor Etienne. I can't even talk right now. Travis Etienne. Sorry. Learn your words. Learn your words, kids. Cortland Sutton, Kyler Murray, Adam Thielen,
Hashtag words EXE is not responding. Do you want to abort?
I meant to get water before this. Now I'm just dry mouth. It's gross. Dawson Knox, Chase Edmonds, Trey Lance. Like I said, don't love the double quarterback, but Trey Lance, tons of upside, similar play style to Kyler Murray, and running quarterbacks do frankly just get dinged up and beat up. Dameon Pierce, Julio Jones, Justin Tucker, Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the Colts defense. Pretty much just an even build throughout. Anything about my team you notice and don't love? Because I would say maybe some wide receiver skill depth or consistency.
Just depth always tends to be come into question, especially when you're dealing with the 10 teams.
Yeah. So of these other 8 teams, there were 2 that started running back, and only one that started with 3 wide receivers. So as on the last one, we went through those. Let's start here. Team 1, Taylor Fournette, Javonte Williams. Team 6, Najee Harris, Nick Chubb, Zeke Elliott. And Team 8, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, and Keelan Allen. Of those 3,
I like the Harris Chubb Elliott team.
I think that's got a lot of balance. I think I would skew towards Team 1, Taylor, Fournette, Williams. I think Williams has a ton of upside in Fournette as long as Brady's there.
Plus on that one, as a bonus, you have Judy, and of course you have the question of Godwin there, whether or not he's going to be able to recover from the ACL tear in time to be effective in the early part of the whole season. But you've got Judy there, and as a bonus, quarterback Burrow.
Yeah. Team 1 also McLaurin, Cooks, Mooney, Lockett, Boyd with Jalen Hurts, both and George Kittle. So pretty good team there. Actually,
not
both
bad
very similar.
If you have Burrows as your starting quarterback and Carr as your backup.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like taking backup quarterbacks in a 10-team league. Usually, it's one of those things where I think the value's got to be there to do it. A lot of people do take them though. So. Anyways, that is mock draft number 1.
Who do you think out of that team is the bigger question mark? Is it Zeke or is it Judy?
I would say Judy because I do believe Zeke's problem last year was a knee injury. I think if he's healthy, he's going to bounce back. Maybe not quite to what we saw 2-3 years ago, but he's going to be a lot better than he was last year. And he was still a top 10 running back last year. Jerry Jeudy hasn't really gotten there in the NFL, given he hasn't had a Russell Wilson before. So it'll be an interesting juxtaposition between those two. I took Cortland Sutton. I reached to get him 5 picks before Jerry Jeudy, 4 picks before Jerry Jeudy. So that shows you where my bias would go, where I would rather go with my pick. They were back-to-back wide receivers off the board. Very, very even in draft. But I would rather have the guy in Cortland Sutton who's done it before. The veteran presence that's had success at this level is more my choice. So anyways, that is draft number 1. we're gonna reset, do another 10-team mock draft, but we're gonna be doing it from our drawn positions from our draft
And
lottery
then
show last week.
tomorrow night, this time it counts.
Yeah, so the next mock draft that'll come on, we'll start it here in about 5 minutes. That's going to be the dress rehearsal for the real thing that is tomorrow night. Of course, the one tomorrow night will not be with 8 bots. It will be with hopefully 8 other people and the 2 of us. A minute and a half per pick. So it's going to be probably about an hour of drafting. And then, Friday night 16-teamer. That's a 2-hour affair. Anyways, so we're going to wrap this one. We'll be back in just a little bit with mock draft number 2
Hopefully,
of the night.
less camera trouble.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that when I watch this back, it's not me just with no sound. But we'll